Okay, guys, Reed's Landing. Let's talk one of the most unique little breweries I've ever been to. We're also drinking Captain Amber.
Cap'n, isn't it?
Cap'n.
Yeah.
You and the Cap'n make it happen.
That was the hardest brewery to find ever. I mean, we stumbled upon it by absolute accident. We were in Wabasha, going to a restaurant with Trey's family, and
That's how you found it. Okay.
Stephanie
and I randomly Googled like brewery near Wabasha. It wasn't on
it's on
beer mapping, none of that. And this was 2 years ago, but I was like, "There's a brewery 5 miles up the road," and they were like, "No, I would have known about that. Yeah. I would have known if there was a brewery near here." I was like, "Well, I'm just saying. It says they have cupcakes."
In case you're not, somehow magically is your first roundtable. Alex, Jake, Landon, Andy, Stephanie, Troy. Moving on.
We don't need that like standard Baby Stars Club chapter whenever they explain who everyone is.
Yeah.
You guys don't get this. Animorphs.
Animorphs, yeah, right? So anyhow.
Nope.
All right. Love Animorphs. Leave it on, Andy. So anyways, Reed's Landing. First of all, the town of Reed's Landing, though it's only 3 miles north of Wabasha, and if you ever watched Grumpy Old Men, you're somewhat familiar with Wabasha. Go 3 miles north of Wabasha, there's the tiny town of Reed's Landing, which, to my knowledge, not 100% sure on this, there's only one business there, and that's the brewery.
It would be what they call in Wisconsin unincorporated.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It's this beautiful little brick building that overlooks the Mississippi River. Mm-hmm. They have amazing food. Beer is fantastic. I don't know what more you need as a person to be happy.
Well, it's fun.
If you need more than this, I don't want to meet you. I don't care who you
can.
are.
If you like trains, you can watch trains go by. There's railroad tracks, and actually trains go on these railroad tracks, which is rare these days.
And you know Bob, the guy that owns Reed's
the
Landing.
beardless brewer, yes.
But one of the few.
Yeah, apparently.
It actually makes them stand out. Which is weird.
He said that they used to call it the cabin.
Yes.
Yes, they used to stay there, and the Amtrak used to drop him off in front of there so that he could.
That's awesome.
I wish the Amtrak would still drop.
I want trains to come back in a big way. You can get hammered and go anywhere.
Anybody want to stop at the brewery?
Still going on.
Everybody off.
The decor there was really great. It was like an American picker's dream.
Yeah, no kidding. They had all that signage on the outside of the brick building, including the signage from the original building, which I think was sweet. Mm-hmm. I just loved it. I mean, they have a phone booth inside. Yeah. They have old, from like a theater that they just had that you can sit in some seats in there. But all the old beer signage and stuff like that, I just think is incredible.
Well, and then as soon as you walk in, you know, there's Kramer on a blanket on the couch, you know, and you're like, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
They've got their finger on the pulse of that whole tourism thing. Yeah. But I mean, they're not even like, they're trying, but they're not trying. They're not actively out there like, come to our brewery. They're like, we're awesome, come to us.
I don't think they need to.
Exactly. That's what makes it amazing, is that they don't have to be out there like, just try our beer, here's a coupon. Like, if you can find them, you are privileged to like have
as soon as somebody stumbles upon
experience.
it, they're going to tell like everyone.
It's such a testament to how good they are. Mm-hmm. I mean, they don't try with marketing, and they're out in the middle of nowhere. You have to literally try. So it's all word of mouth, and you actually have to work to get there. But they're constantly busy.
I see a trend this season of us going to places that are tricky to find.
So this is our first episode with BrewPub. Mm-hmm. And it's a great example because they really are doing it well. They're doing local ingredients. They're using spent grain for their buns. It just shows that you can kind of feed the food off of the same, kind of what you're doing in the brewery.
Same mentality of like, craft.
And I mean, that whole idea of a small menu that's well done. I mean, you don't need to have a 14-page menu if what you're doing is good.
Yeah.
It's not bar food.
They're such an awesome little brewery. I don't know. And their food, like the seasonal menu, I don't know what more. Like, there's...
Well, even outside of the seasonal menu, I could make a whole meal out of the sweet potato tater tots.
Oh, those are so good.
Man.
I don't even need anything else. I could just sit there with a whole mounding plate of sweet potato tater tots.
We could probably... Okay, they don't make them, but we could probably talk for 10 minutes about the damn cupcakes. And then.
Oh, yeah. That's also a way, if you have a significant other that doesn't particularly like beer.
Ooh, yeah.
You can go, hey, they have cupcakes.
Not only does the guy have 4 taps, 2 guest taps, but his 4 taps he makes are solid beers, and like he makes some really unique beer, like the one we're currently drinking, the Captain Amber. Mm-hmm. Okay, everyone, let's take a big sip, and then we'll give our tasting notes.
Sure.
on the nose. See, this beer, when I first got it, kind of confused me because, like, we've all been to breweries. We've all had beer from breweries that are ambers, and we've all been disappointed by ambers. Granted, there's a few breweries out there that do amber incredibly well. But generally speaking, the amber is kind of the, hey, you're not necessarily a good beer drinker, or you don't enjoy craft beer, but this is
the Moscato of beer.
Of craft
Yeah,
beer.
it's the hook.
Yes. Yeah, you can.
It's like, oh, so you like this?
You can
Have
pull
this
people in
other
with an
thing for
amber.
you.
And so when I was there for the first time, I had ordered this flight, and I got the Captain Amber in the flight, obviously. And I'm like, it's an amber beer, and I was by no means anticipating anything from this. And then at first when I drank, I'm like, what is up with this? There's something completely different in this that I'm not aware of as far as beer making is concerned. This is the most unique amber, one of the most unique ambers I've ever had. What did you do to it? And the guy was like, well, I used Captain Crunch in it. And I'm like...
Okay.
And it just kind of hits you on the end of it.
It does, yeah.
All through the beer, it's when you're drinking, it tastes like an amber, and at the end you have this residual sweetness that's very unique and different.
It tastes like nostalgia.
Yeah, you can
get
It
all
tastes
the,
like my childhood.
all the great things about Captain Crunch, and it doesn't tear the roof of your mouth.
It's like enjoying Saturday morning cartoons again, which, by the way, don't exist anymore.
No.
If I could sit in front of the TV and watch Saturday morning cartoons and drink beer,
There we are.
you bet.
We just need like some Archer.
I would sit there
and-
cross-legged in front of the TV drinking my beer.
Yeah, and that's what makes this beer so amazing. It's just that this guy has found a way to make, for the most part, boring beer style as far as craft beer. Did he?
Oh no, there it goes. Oh.
Get it, Jake. Make a.
So Reed's Landing is one of my favorite breweries in the area. I mean, when everyone travels to visit us, because I'm from out east, first thing I do is take them to Reed's Landing. So, I mean, food combined with the beer, I think the atmosphere, you just can't beat it.
Their location, first of all, is incredible. Their beer's incredible. Their food's incredible. And the decor itself is incredible. I mean, these are all things that I look for. The fact that you can sit on a patio and watch the trains go by on the Mississippi River, you're not going to find that really probably anywhere.
So the beer is fantastic. The food is what really that's that extra hook that just goes, yeah. And you want to stay there for about 2 hours longer than you really should. I have a hard time not wanting to go there every weekend.
Makes you feel kind of proud of like the area. Like, oh wow, somehow.
You have this like bastion of awesome that is Reed's Landing.
Yeah, well, and it doesn't need to be anything beyond
Yeah.
obvious.
It kind of just embodies the Midwest just through the location, through what they're doing. Just everything that we're trying to do with this series is kind of embodied by that brewery.
If the decor doesn't get you, if the beer doesn't get you, if the food doesn't get you, you can get people there to come back there just because of the cupcakes. You know, it's wonderful.
It's in one of my favorite locations. I love the Mississippi. I kind of grew up down that way. I love any chance I get to go to the Mississippi and just spend time down there. It's beautiful. It's enough said. I can't talk about Reed's Landing enough. So let's give them a fond farewell here, and to Reed's Landing.
Take your friends and family.
To beer and beer things.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh man, I was gonna try and burp, but I didn't have it.